Ms. Walton, I'm confused. What is a research worksheet? So glad you asked. So if we look on week 9 assignments, we see them all here. Okay, I have this guy here to kind of help you along the way. But for this worksheet, for this essay assignment, what you have to do is create a research worksheet. Can you do anything other than creating a research worksheet? No, you cannot. Don't ask me if you can do anything other than creating a research worksheet. Why? Because I made one for you and all you have to do is fill it out. Now, let me show you what a research worksheet is. So I created one for you guys just so you can kind of get an idea of how it's supposed to look when it's filled out. And hopefully this works for me. Now, this is a PDF that I created of a research worksheet I did a few years ago. And this project is even older. But anyway, so what you're going to do is for your research worksheet, you guys will have a handout like this or a attachment like this. And at the top, what you're going to do is write your thesis sentence. This is my thesis sentence for my source, for my essay. Okay, right there. All right. So here you'll see that the research worksheet has columns and rows. Okay. Columns and rows. And what you'll find is that each one has a specific thing it wants you to put in that category, in that component, in that box. So for the first thing, what you need to do is put the works cited entry in. That's in the first box. We'll scroll down to that. The next part, what you need to do is offer a point, at least 1 point from this source. Okay. So we're all on the same line. This is all the same source. Okay. The next part, what you need to do is talk about how reliable is this source. If it's very reliable, it's probably something that you got from a research library like ICC. If it is a Google search, highly likely that it's not reliable because a Google search is not always credible. Usually it's not credible. Okay. And then finally, one sentence, one quote from this source. This has to be a quote verbatim. Don't paraphrase it. Don't summarize it. I want a quote, one sentence. A quote is a sentence from a source that you are using. Okay. Some people don't know what a quote is. That's what a quote is. Okay. It is you going into the source, finding a sentence that disagrees with you, copy pasting it and putting it right there in that category. Don't change it. Don't snip it, snap it. Don't do nothing to it. Just put it in there. Okay. Do not summarize. I will deduct for summarizing. Okay. Moving right along. So how does this look if I'm going to put a source in here, Ms. Walton? So glad you asked. The first part in this category. Now, I made this based off of a project that I did a few years ago. So these things that I have on the side are different than what you guys have. But anyway, so for my first category, an opposing newspaper source, that's what this is. So this is the works cited entry for an opposing newspaper source. Next, with this same source, I'm thinking about what is 1 point that this source had, that this source made. Okay, this is what the source made. The source delves into the idea that the media should not define beauty standards. Okay, so that's what this source is saying. All right, so next column is it's a highly credible source because it came from the ICC library website. And then I'm getting a quote from this source, a sentence from this source. I selected all, copy, pasted right there. I didn't change it. I didn't summarize it. I didn't paraphrase it. I didn't do anything. This sentence came from this source. Okay. So like I said, life is to be lived, not stuck in one unchanging state. Okay. In text citation. All right. So I did a whole bunch of things to one source. This is the same source. Okay. The next one I have is, I'm going to scroll down because that's on 2 different pages. Okay, the next one I have is a music video. Awesome. Okay, it's the Christina Aguilera, beautiful song. Okay, this indicates, of course, I can't take a thing from this, but this indicates that beauty is not defined by some outside thing. This is a reliable source because we know Christina Aguilera is a song. It actually exists. It's, whatever. And the quote that I decided to use from this song is, I am beautiful no matter what they say. And this is Christina Aguilera. But you'll notice here that my in-text citation is different than it would be for like a book or whatever. You guys need to make sure you understand what type of in-text citation you need for each type of source that you're using, okay? Just because it's a source doesn't mean you always use in-text citation of last name, page number. That's not always the in-text citation, all right? All right. Okay, so that's how we are to put sources in our research worksheet. Well, Miss Walton, I don't know how to create this table. This is too much work for me, Miss Walton. I'm not doing this. Can I do something else? The answer is no. Because I have created a worksheet for you. Yes, I have, because I'm nice. And let's see if this comes up. Understand, guys, I need to to my Microsoft Word. I need to pay my bill. Okay, excuse me. So here is a a Microsoft Word of this table. All you got to do is download it. I've already created the table for you. Look at that. Miss Walton's so nice. So now what you're going to do is put your thesis sentence here. What is your thesis sentence? You guys have been working with a thesis sentence for 9 weeks. You should have one by now. Okay. Still the same categories. Okay. Now you will notice here that I have a little bit of writing in these columns. Just erase this, guys. For some reason, it won't let me erase it and save it and attach it. I don't know what's up with that. So when you get to this first column where it says opposing newspaper sources, erase these two things right here. The thing that says this source delves into and highly credible, erase those two because it won't let me do it. Anyway, so what you're going to do is put your sources in there, okay? I already created the table for you. Just use it, okay? You cannot create anything else. If you try to submit this assignment a different way, I will deduct points from your weekly work. All right? Awesome. Looking forward to reading you guys' work.